Okay, what is Log4j? Do you know that Log4j? What is logging? Logging is a common term. Logs, logging, auditing. So logging అంటే ఏంటి? సో మన అప్లికేషన్లో ఫ్లో ఎట్లా పోతుంది? ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఒక కస్టమర్ పేమెంట్ చేస్తున్నాడు, సడన్గా పేమెంట్ ఫెయిల్ అయింది. ఓకే, దాన్ని ఎట్లా ట్రాక్ చేస్తాము? లేదు, అనదర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. సో యువర్ మేనేజర్ టోల్ there is one issue raised in production, go on debug, go on identify what is the issue and fix it. How you will debug? Just if you will tell there is one issue is identified in a production, okay, corresponding ticket ID, maybe Jira ID, something they will provide. Based on that, you have to understand that issue and you have to identify how it is raised, how to fix that. Okay, these things you have to do. So first thing is they will ask root cause RCA, root cause analysis. Why that issue raised? How that issue raised? Okay, what is the reason for that? That reason we can call it a root cause analysis, RCA. Okay, so example, when you are trying to do payment, unfortunately the payment is failed. Unfortunately, payment is failed. Maybe user tells like the account number is correct, maybe the amount is correct, that amount is present in account, everything is correct, but it still failed. In that case, they will raise one ticket. The ticket you have to go and check some places what he trying to do, what is the problem, what is input data, what is the output, what is the exception we raised. These are all things we have to check. Okay, that where we have to go, how to check, those will tell today. Simple example. Today I am taking simple example here. This I am creating simple project. Okay, I will try to take existing project only better. Okay, so this is, you can take any example, maybe validation. Okay, Swagger you can take. Okay, Swagger, sweater, mail. Okay, Spring Boot mail will take. Okay, while sending the email, there is a chance of getting failed. There is email service. I'm trying to send one email. I'm trying to send the email. Just right click on this, go and run. Send the email. We got some output in console. Okay, Spring Boot application started until ended. I think should give some error. Let me check. Okay. Try again. Send the email with attachment. Just try to understand why Log4j is required. Then we'll go further how to use that. But no exception. Okay. Okay, but not. Okay, so we are running one application. Just we are sending some mails to a particular person. Okay, there is exception raised. We have a console here. We are running locally. We can check directly what is the exception, what is the corresponding information, exception message. These things we can check in console. So now what I will do, I will clear that. Again I will run. In this case, I want to ask previously what is the exception we raised. Just 1 minute back, maybe 5 minutes back, there is some exception raised. What is that exception? How you will check that? If I clear this console, what will happen? Complete log, complete data will gone. Now tell me what is the exception raised. Without that log, that information, except information, you cannot say what happened, right? Someone asks what is the issue, how you will debug? First you have to ask what is the exception raised. They will ask go and check the some place console. You cannot store large amount of data. This is some limited data. Once the buffer memory reach, it will be delete the previous log. How to maintain complete log? When our application start till now, we need to maintain the log data. How to maintain that? By using console, we cannot. Maybe example, this application is working fine. Then we move to the production. The application completely working fine. Okay. Very few times it is getting failed and not working. Very few times it is not working. It is getting some exception. Mails are not sending. Now tell me, here you have a console tab here. You will check. But in production, how you will check? You have to log into the production server. You will log. After logging with the putty or something else, what you do generally? You have to go and check the logs. Logs means what? It will store some data about application flow. What is the application flow? Whenever they are sending a message, what is the from address, true address, subject, okay, what any attachments? Those data and exception details. Those data we have to store in some place other than console, because console there is a limited amount of memory. In console, we cannot store large amount of data. Due to that, we have to store this log data into some place other than console. Okay, console is one type. But one type of storage, but it is in memory. We cannot store large amount of data. If I ask, so last 1 month back something user face issue, okay, go and check that time logs, what last 1 month data, and verify that user what issue faced. How you will debug? We need log from the last 1 month. Okay, for the purpose we have to store our data into some external files. Okay, simple. If we talk more on that, this is our application running on server. This is our application running on server. While running, for success case, no issue. For one user trying to hit the application, okay, maybe getting some balance amount, maybe getting some information about user data, whatever. So after whenever he hits some server, there is something issue happened in server side. He got response like unexpected error raised, internal server error raised, 500 code. He don't know about that, just he will close the browser and he will raise a ticket. Then after that, what will happen? This is general scenario. Even if you observe in the red bus, any application, Flipkart, red bus, whatever, in red bus you are trying to book a ticket. Okay, at payment stage, you done payment, suddenly page crashed. You are not getting any success message, ticket booking message, nothing. Then what you will do? Your amount is deducted, but ticket not booked. Then what you will immediately go for the help page, red bus help page, and contact customer care. Okay, or else you will write a mail to the customer care. What they will do? They will create one ticket assigned to the developer. Okay, they will create one ticket assigned to developer. Backend, they will take the ticket and analyze who is the user. User number 123, he tried to book a ticket from Bangalore to Hyderabad. So and so amount, so and so date, but payment is failed. Amount deducted, but payment is failed. What is the reason for that? He will go somewhere in the place of logs. Okay, every application, red bus application, not only red bus, any application will store the application logs. Whatever user trying to do, the complete track will be maintained to some place. Maybe there is a file, there is a database, this many things. Okay, log data mostly will manage in the file only, but we also can store database or some HTML pages also. So once the user payment is failed, backend developer will go and check. He is a developer, will come and check what happened. He is a developer, come and check the logs. for the particular user, what he did, what happened in terms of payment. Payment is success, but amount is deducted. So payment is failed, amount is deducted. What he will do, he will come to the logs, he will verify really payment is completed or not. Yes, completed, but ticket is not booked. So immediately what he will do, the scenario is correct, he will from the back end, he will do some fixes. Maybe that is code changes. Okay, that is a temporary fixes from back end they will do. That is a separate story. So what I am saying here, logs will store in some file. Example, this may be file, this may be database also, this may be some console or console limited amount. It's not recommended for production, only for development is fine. Okay, file is most of the companies following. This is file concept is most of the companies following. So in the file they write application log data. Okay, then we'll go for how to implement log. What is logging first? We'll check. So Log4j is a logging tool. Log4j is a logging tool to provide logging for the Java-based components, Java-based applications. So apart from Log4j, what are available? We can also do logging with the system.out.println. Right? If you write something in the system.out.println here, what will happen? That will be printed in a console. Right? That will be printed in a console. Also, that will be also to save into file also. We manually write into one file. We by using FileAppender, buffer, this kind of things. But while using system.out.println manually, we have some issues, we have some problems, limitations. What are those? We can log only in console, system.out.println, mostly in console only. If we want to write in file, the manual approach completely. We have to manually write into file. And we cannot categorize log types. Maybe I want to categorize types. Maybe example, payment is success, payment is failed. These are important messages that I need to categorize into one type. Otherwise, user logged into application. That is not much important, right? I want to categorize into another type. Otherwise, second one is user just check the bus tickets, he log out. That's not much important. That will go for low priority. So these kind of things we have to categorize log messages. So in the log, in the application logs, every message is not important. Every message is not important. Some messages are not much important for developer. Some messages are very, very important to track the application defect. Okay, maybe the categorization and format. So log format, what we can store. While we are storing data, example, payment failed. At what date, what time, who is the user? Okay, which method is executed for that? What is the payment mode? We want to customize all those things, formatting all the log messages. We cannot do with the system.out.println. Okay, next point is we can write log data into, we cannot write log data into multiple locations in the with the system.out.println. What is the reason? If we use system.out.println, that will be stored in the console. We want to write into maybe different files or email database, that is completely manual approach. Lot of coding required. Okay. If we use some frameworks, Log4j kind of tools, that is very easy. That is, I will discuss later. Next one is we cannot filter the log messages. So everything I want to store database or file, I don't want to store some types, some categories. That we cannot do. And most important is performance-wise, SOP statements are not recommended. These are not much recommended. Okay, to avoid this kind of problems, we can go with some logging tools. In the example is Log4j one thing. Okay, SLF4j is provide abstraction. Abstraction is like a how you can say interface implementation. SLF4j provides some guidelines how to implement the logs. Some of the frameworks followed for the implementation. Log4j, logback, commons logging. We have many tools like this, maybe Java util logging tool. Like that we have many. So if we talk about Log4j, why we need to go for Log4j only? So Log4j is a very popular logging framework tool for the Java applications. We can use logback also, commons logging also companies are using, but famous one is Log4j. But if you understand one logging tool, example, if today you are learning Log4j, Okay, remaining log back, comments logging, there will be another logging tool. Is very simple, easy to understand. Okay, then to go for Log4j, it is like open source logging tool. What is open source? It is free, no need to pay money for that. This is for logging the application data for the different destinations, maybe file or email, database, whatever. And if we talk about Log4j, sometime I'll discuss only theory part, later I will go for examples. So Log4j provides some logging levels. I told already logging priorities. Okay, logging priorities, maybe logging categories. Categories is a correct word. So I want to categorize log data into different types. How can I can do with this logging levels. Log4j provides many logging levels. Below is the some list, I can say. Trace the some statements is very low priority. Example, if I say users trying to check the buses are available or not in the particular date and time. Okay, user trying to check the product is available or not in the cart, in the shopping list. User just checking the product price, maybe in Flipkart. That's not much important. Checking are not much important. This will go for trace. Debug statements are somewhat important than trace, but not that much I can say. So these statements is important. Example, user adding the trying to add to cart. Okay, that is important because once you add a cart, maybe that will go for the payment page also. That should be ready. Info level for developer debug purpose. Okay, developer understanding purpose. Example, method, that method is good or not. Before execute the method, after execute the method, any exception thrown. These things we can store in the info level. Later part, warning like something, there may be chance of getting error. Okay, we expect some input data, but we receive some other thing. Okay, and to go for next one is error. Error level is for the very important ones. Whenever I can say where we have logged error test, maybe error logging level. Whenever we got exception, mainly that exception should be known by the user, then we should go for the error logging level. Pattern is very top one, I can say. Very rare means whenever application going to terminate due to some error, that time we have to log into pattern level. Okay, next one is all and now I'll discuss later. We'll go for priority level. Okay, levels I discussed just now. Priority. What is priority? So every log level follows this priority. First one is trace, debug, info, var, pattern, error. Just try to understand here. If I enable trace debug level, if I enable trace logging level, it should enable from the that means it should get all the logs completely. Trace, debug, info, var, error, pattern. Otherwise, if I enable my logs only debug, that means from debug to pattern completely it will come. Okay, info means info, var, error, pattern. Only this 4 will come. If I enable var, error, pattern. If I enable pattern, only pattern level will come. That I will show example. Just remember this hierarchy. This is a very important one here in Log4j. So lowest priority is trace, highest priority is pattern. If I enable trace, all the levels will be enabled. If I enable pattern, only pattern will be enabled. If I enable info, from info to pattern will be enabled. Okay, for this first we will see one example. Later we will go for remaining theory part. Okay, this is the Log4j. I already designed some code. Logging level example. So leave about this static block. Okay. So just remember this, what levels we have: trace to fatal, trace to fatal. Here also I started with trace to fatal, 6 levels. And in the logging terms, I enable only trace. Just understand, I enable trace level. That means what? Trace will come, debug will come, info, var, error, fatal, all data will come. Just see the output in the console. See the output console. Trace is came, trace message, debug message, info message, var message, fatal, error, all this came. Now I'll go for the debug. Now understood how many came. If I enable trace, all 6 come, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay. Now if I enable one debug, from debug to fatal, all the log statements will be printed into console. Okay. If I enable warn, what statements will be enabled? What statement will become? Warn to fatal. If I enable fatal, only fatal. After that, there is no level. Okay. There is one more, all. All means exactly trace. All means exactly trace. Okay. Why it is printing console, I will discuss later. We will go for the next concept in theory part. If you are not understanding, you can ask question immediately. Any questions? So in the Log4j, what are things we need to know? What are some important classes or interfaces in the Log4j? First one is logger. What is logger? What is logger? To enable logging framework to our class. To enable logging framework to our class. Logging feature to our class. Not project, our class. We can use logger class. Okay, in the log, 1 second, logger. I enable like this. It is a class. Okay. So to enable logging facility to our class, what we need to do? We have to write this line, logger L or reference variable, logger dot get logger. We have to provide our class name. Then for this class, logging will be enabled. After enabling, what we have to do? What message we have to write? That is second story. Okay. This is for to enable the logging. Just remember that I'm telling again. To enable logging feature to our class, first we have to write one line on the top of the class. Exactly, this is logger dot get logger. How it look like? In the class, first variable should be logger, reference variable, logger dot get logger. We have to provide class name. That means for this class, log level example, this class logging is enabled. Okay, we can make this is final also, because this one should be reassigned again. It is only single link concept. Okay. Next concept, appender. What is appender? So our application is generating the messages. These messages should save in where? In file or DB or console. Okay, some HTML files or something, maybe different there. Maybe JMS queue or Kafka, where it has to store this log data. That will be tell the appender. That means what? Log data appending to some place. That may be file or database or console. So want to save our application log data to file, there is a separate class, separate implementation, FileAppender. So want to store in database, SNTP appender. Console for ConsileAppender. Okay, just for example, go into the ConsileAppender. What is the purpose for this? To store our log data, application log data in console. Console, it is in memory. Console means what? In memory. Once application stop, there is no getting back. The logs we cannot get back. FileAppender. FileAppender may be different types. FileAppender, rolling FileAppender, daily appender. Okay, if you know FileAppender, I mean, two are easy. What is FileAppender? To store log data in file. If you store in file, what will happen? Even the application is shut down, server is down. Okay, once server is up back, system up back, we can check the logs. We can check the logs. How? If you see here, once the console is closed, we cannot get that logs what happened previously. But if you store same log data in some file, okay, I can check it. I can check anytime. That is what FileAppender. To append, to store our data, our log data, application log data into some remote storage, some storage part that is called FileAppender. Okay, in ConsileAppender, once the console is closed, we lose log data. Okay, once the console is closed, we lose the log data. Here in the case of FileAppender, it is permanent storage. It is permanent storage. We can get anytime. Look at this video. We can get anytime. So, if you go for the next one, JDBC appender. What is JDBC? To store application log data in database, any database. SNTP to send app log data to send application log data to mail. Okay. There are many appenders like this. There are many, not only this four. I told important ones. Okay. ConsileAppender. If the ConsileAppender is not recommended because it is stored only in memory. Once the console is closed, we cannot get the data back. Okay. And in console amount memory is limited. Console memory is limited. Why it limited? You can see here already we see one notification once I run application. Okay, reprinting. I will tell what is the limited means some. Next we'll go for the next concept is okay, logger completed. Okay, how to enable the logger logging for the our class? Appenders are completed. This is appender concept. Layout. What is layout? Layout is format a message, formatting message. So what I given here message, see just I'm running again. It is giving some note, some pop-up. Just check. I will tell first about this. Console performance is warning. Okay, console performance warning. What is that? Console buffer size is too low. So what is buffer size? This console right now can store only 8,000. This may be bytes or kilobytes. Okay, console buffer size maybe is 80,000, about 2 times slower, very slow. If you want to change the size, if you want to change the buffer size, you have to go to the settings, Windows, Preferences, Run Debug, Console. Okay, check the limited console output, check the console buffer size. Here you can increase the size. Okay, you can increase the size. What that it is saying? So whatever the log data is printing in console, Okay, application data is printing in console. Once this 80,000 bytes it is reached, it will be the previous data will be removed. You cannot get back. If you want to increase the size, you can increase by going these settings. That is about ConsileAppender it is saying. And if you talk about FileAppender, in FileAppender there is no limited because this is stored in our hard disk. How much hard disk is available in our system, that will be stored that much amount. And next message is format. Maybe layout means format. So right now how the messages are displaying? Log messages. This plain, whatever I given here, corresponding log level. This first is log level. Next is log message. This format is following by default. Want to change this format? Change this format means, example, this format should come like this: date. Okay, next it will come. My log message should come like this: first date, complete date and time. Okay, the next class name. Okay, class name. We want to get that today, maybe Saturday, example like that. And some thread name, class name. Okay, and our later last part is message. I want to get like this. Not simply messages, whatever I given. This is called format. I want to do some format like this for every log message. How can I do that? See, like this, I want to get the log message, not like default ones. We want to give some customization for the log messages format. We have to go for this layout options. Okay, we'll see simple example. How to create a Java application that already you know. For that Java application, how to enable logging, how to create a simple logging application. You can see here. Okay, all the basic advanced concept, Log4j such as log installation, log operator. Say copy submit, leave it over it. So we take this. I want to create simple application. Okay, how to create? I'm taking my own project. Okay, because I cannot depend directly. Instead downloading that Maven. What is it here? Maven hyphen archetype insert Log4j example. Okay, package name, create project. First change the Java version. Okay, remove this J unit, it is not required for now. Okay, this update project. Just create one class, get employee emp data. Simple class I'm taking emp data. Okay, so in this emp data, not much logic here, not much logic. First, what I have to do, I have to connect to database, connect to MySQL, get emp data and display. Okay, the display will be console file that will list later by using JDBC. Okay, just to divide this JDBC, I'm taking this example. Now tell me what are the steps to connect database in from Java to database by using JDBC. What is the first step? How to connect database? What is the first line you have to write? Respond please. How to connect database by using JDBC?
Load driver class dot
Okay.
for name.
Class dot
For name.
okay. Load driver. So this is class dot for name. Next one is
Get connection.
get connection. What is the code for that?
Driver manager dot get connection.
So next I have to use a statement target.
Yeah.
Statement target create. Next one is execute query, let query whatever on process level set RS. Next one is close result set statement connection. These are the steps. Okay, this normal steps I will take. Already I will take from somewhere. Okay, this is the method I'm taking method. Okay. Okay, so in the main method, this is a code part to get some data from the database. Just open database first. Which database I'm taking? Start taking the database name, username, password is correct. Okay, next go database. Select from the EMP. Here I take an EMP table. EMP table. That is why I got this data. Okay, just see this logic once. This already you know, not much. Okay, loading driver, getting connection. Okay, after loading driver, immediately I'm writing an SOP. Driver is loaded. Driver is loaded. Next, after getting database, got connection from database. Statement has been created. Okay, this is not statement update. Query executed. Okay, next is data fetch is completed database. Okay, class if you get an exception, you're writing a driver class is not found, class not found exception. SQL exception means the query is not correct. So these are not correct, then go for the exception while processing data. Now finally in the final block, we are closing the connections. Result set is closed, statement closed, and connection closed. Here not much thing to learn. Okay, not much thing to learn. Just print the data. So RS result set. Okay. Yes, I'm printing data. Result set dot get the string of 1. Like this, we need to do for at least 4 times. Okay, one second column, third column data. Okay, now run the code. Driver class is not loaded. Driver class is not loaded. Okay, we got an exception. See what are message written? Driver class is not loaded. How? Why? What is the reason for that? Driver class not loaded. Any guess?
We have to add MySQL connected jar file.
MySQL connector jar. We missed. Okay, just add that. Take from here. Already I have. Go to XML file. They are the dependency. Okay, I added MySQL connection jar file. Then run our application employee data. Okay, driver loaded. And set connection got. Statement are created. Query executed. This is the data I'm getting. This is a complete binary data. Get string. What is the data in the EMP table first? Okay, this is encrypted. Okay, there is no space. Not encrypted. Okay, run again. See, yes, the line will be loaded properly. Okay, we got data. Okay, there is no issue here. There is no issue. What will happen sometime? I will give the wrong username. Wrong username given. Just run the application. Unable to execute query in database. Basically, you should get some exception like still exception or credentials are wrong. Run this. See that credentials are not correct. Then go for that. Maybe credentials are correct. I given wrong query. Okay, given wrong query in the place of M, I given 3 M's. Maybe type mistake. In this case, what will tell? Got connection, statement created, unable to execute query or credentials are wrong. Maybe in this case, the query is not correct. Okay. So what will happen? These messages are printing in console. These messages are printing in console. This time, what I understood? Okay, I'm trying to get the employee table. Okay, I'm not able to get. I see some problem. So let's ask the team. Let's create first one defect. My application not running properly. First create one defect. They will create one Jira, go to Jira dashboard and create a defect. That defect will be assigned to the developer. Here you are developer, you are going to work on that issue. Okay. In the Jira ticket, what they will mention, this they will mention, I'm trying to run this username, this password, or this is the table name of query, but my data is not reviewing. I got issue. How you will debug now? You don't know this is table is present or not in database. You don't know this username present in database. How will you check? How will you check? So I clear console. I clear the console. Just they will tell that data unable to fetch. Okay, user will tell, user will create a ticket, defect, unable to fetch data. Now you have to your responsibility and go and check what is the problem. That is a completely developer responsibility. You cannot ask client what you tried. Okay, what exception you got? Again, tried out in front of me. These questions you cannot ask. You should go and check the somewhere what he tried, what he got exception. What is the reason for that? We already clear the console. Then what you will do? You don't know what exception raised. You don't know what is the exact data they passed. For that case, we have to use the logging tool. What does the logging tool tell? Whatever the user trying to do operations in our application, corresponding data, corresponding log data will be stored into console, not recommended still. You can store file, recommended, DB, not much recommended, because DB is costly operation. Some are costly operation, that's why you cannot go for the DB. So best approach is file. We can also go for the some messaging tools. That is also possible. So let's go console again. Okay, by using logging tool, logging framework, first we'll try to implement appender, logging appender, sorry, console appender, database appender, file appender. We'll try one by one. Okay, first we'll implement console only. Anyway, currently also 16.Out is printing on console only, but still if you use the 16.Out on console appender, we have some issues. What are those issues? I already told. These are the some issues. We can only save in console. Once the console data is lost, we cannot get back. We cannot categorize the log type. I want to get print only the except messages, warning messages, important messages, not simple driver loaded. This is not required for me. Anyway, driver will load because I added my jar file that I know already. So these things are not required for me. So these are least priority. Don't print that in console. How we can tell? How dynamically how we can tell without changing the code? Okay. How we cannot implement format of log messages. So here we are getting logs. That is fine. Maybe see console is okay, but I'm getting logs. Okay. I don't know what is the time when driver loaded. What is the time? Today or yesterday or 2 days back, 1 month back, when? Which class? What is the class name? In my project, there are multiple places I am loading the driver. Okay, employee data I am loading driver. Log example I am loading driver. Okay, which class it is loaded? This statement from which class? Which line number also we can get. Okay, this kind of format. Okay, only with the log message we cannot identify the issue with the in sometimes. Okay, sometimes we cannot understand exact issue by seeing log message. We need some more extra information. That is, even if we not provide, that should be available. What message? Extra information we need sometimes, maybe date and time. Okay, if you use the login user. Okay, what is the time stamp exactly? Okay, which class it is, which thread? Okay, there are many things we have to do. Formatting, that is layout, so you can say. We want to format this message. Okay, if you give only driver loaded, Log4j should append some more data for this. That we can do with the pattern layout. So next point is we cannot write log data into different locations if you use the 16.Out. So 16.Out directly with the 16.Out we cannot write because 16.Out means that is a console printer. It is a console printer. If you want to write into files, if you want to write database, we have to do some more logic. Okay, by using the file reader or buffer writer kind of things we have to take. And we cannot filter the messages. I want to log only very important one, except messages. I want to print only this one. How we can make dynamically? I want to print only except messages. We cannot do that. Okay, performance wise, even SOP statements are not recommended. Performance wise, SOP statements are not recommended. Then how to implement logging for this application? Even first I'll go for console only, but with Log4j. This is by default SOPs, but I want to implement ConsileAppender with Log4j only. How we can do with the Log4j configuration with 3 ways. We have to tell to Log4j about our application, how to logging, how to log data. Okay, what levels is enabled, what is the pattern layout, what is the appender? I want to print in console, I want to print in database, I want to print in file. Where exactly what is the data, that inputs, how to give? We can give by using 3 approaches. XML, properties, Java configuration. In this, which one is important? Java configuration, no one use. XML, It is like 30% they can say, 30% companies follow XML, remaining 70% is properties only. Okay, based on convenient developer. Okay, based on the developer convenience, they will use the XML or properties. Example, you are very much familiar with the XML configuration. You know how to use XML. You go for the XML configuration or properties configuration. You know the properties file. Okay, so first we see Java configuration. Even if you know is, just we see the Java configuration. How to tell to Log4j. This is my appender. Maybe ConsileAppender, FileAppender, JVSAppender, SMTP Okay, this is my appender. This is my pattern. How to print data. Layout. Okay, appender, layout. This logger class we have to maintain. 3 we have to maintain. This 3 we have to maintain. I take this complete lines to here. Okay. These 3 we have to maintain. Logger class, appender. What is appender? What is layout? Layout tells format. Only with the messages what we can do. We need to know some more extra data. Now see simple example with the ConsileAppender. ConsileAppender with Log4j Java configuration. Okay. Log4j configuration with ConsileAppender and Java configuration. This is simple configuration. Okay, this will be executed only once. We want to execute some logic only once for the class. We go for static block. This already I told what is static block. Okay. What is static block? Instance block. When static block will be executed, when instance block will be executed. What is a static block? What is instance block? When it will be executed? Just give me to know already. Anyone? Static block, instance block, constructor. Okay, so I'm trying to add some layout, simple layout. Okay, I'm trying to add simple layout in my application, but it is not working. This is some compilers. What is the problem? This saying simple layout, I don't know what is that. ConsileAppender, I don't know what is that. How to tell? Previously we got driver not loaded, driver class not loaded. What we did? We added corresponding jar file. Difference in the XML file. Same like here, Log4j, ConsileAppender, Log4j simple layout. These classes I don't know. It is saying error. How we can do that? How we can solve that? We have to add Log4j related jar files to our class path. This is the dependency. Log4j version dependency 1.2.17. We can use this one. Okay, this jar file will come to our application. Log4j C 1.2.17. MySQL protobuf is common. Okay. Then now ConsileAppender is working fine. No errors. Simple layout, no errors. This I told to implement to enable logger, to enable logging framework to our class, we have to add this line in the top. No matter what top, we have to add this line. This is the first step. Okay, final static. Maybe you can use private also because you cannot use this particular variable outside class. Private static. Final. Logger class. What is logger class? From where is Log4j? Import this ORG Log4j. Class name is this one. So what the meaning of this line? So enable logger for this class, employee data class. For every class we have to write this line. Now tell me what is the meaning of these 3. Quickly, don't wait if you know answer. What is private, static, final? Each one meaning. Very important in terms of question also. Interview question. Private means what? Static means what? Final means what? So private means we cannot access this variable outside class. Only within a class is you can access this. Scope is within a class only. And static means the memory will be allocated for this is at class loading time. Final means no one can reassign that variable. Okay, don't forget core Java concept. Now login level. Okay, now in terms of order, Log4j order, login level order, I told already it is starting from the trace, least priority. If we enable the trace, all these things will be enabled. Okay, if we enable only info, all the remaining will be also enabled. If we enable only pattern will come. Like that, it will go some hierarchy order. Okay, now I enable only trace. Trace is what statement will come. Okay, wait. So this is the Java configuration for the Log4j. Okay, I configured ConsileAppender. For the ConsileAppender, I have attached the layout will format. Okay, simple layout. Later we will discuss how to attach function for that. Then I am using appender. This Log4j, this class data where to append it. Console, layout, format, those things. Next, what log level needs to be enabled, trace level. Okay. Now write logs here instead of system.out, we have to use the log sequence. This is least priority. I will take logger dot trace. Driver is loaded. This connection we got. So this is somewhat important connection got. So we can take logger dot debug. Okay. Third statement has been created, so we can use same debug or we can use info also. This is somewhat important than connection. So logger dot info. This also will take logger dot info, query executed. Next, data fetch from database. We can use logger dot what else we can use, trace debug info, var not required. Okay, they will take info level. Okay, next we got class component exception. Okay, we got error somehow. This is not much important, very much important. Important, but not very much important. That case we will go for the warn level. It's kind of warning. This driver class is not loaded. Sometimes driver class automatically load based on the database drivers everything. Okay, sometimes it will auto load even if you don't provide the class of our name. It is warn level. SQL exception, unable to execute the query. That is okay, query mistake. So we have to inform the user. This is a more important one. You can go for the error. Error limit is more important than warn. So we don't know what exception raised. Okay, it is not a SQL exception, it's not a class not one. Some unexpected issue came. That cases we can use the logger dot pattern. Okay, if you don't handle this exception, there is a chance of application shutdown. That time we go for the pattern. Okay, now we got logging levels. Finally, we are implemented. Okay, if we use some more logging lines here in the result set closer, we also can use this. This is not much important to close or not. Okay, this is not much important for me. Result set info and RS closer. Why take info? This log is not important for me. This is also not important. So in the place of info, I can use debug also. Debug this much is very much low. Debug statement closer. Okay, connection also closed. Okay, whenever we close connection, we need to know because one connection is like an important object. We can use info at least. This is not danger, but need information. Info level. Statement or connection closed. Okay. Now I enable the log.set log level. I enable the log level. This statement for the to enable log level. Now tell me, everyone please answer. I enable trace level. Okay. Which log statement will be printed in the console? I enable trace. Which log statement will be printed? Respond please. Why is the response? Not audible. So if I enable trace level, I told already all these levels will be enabled automatically. If I enable only debug, from debug all the levels will be printed. All these levels log statement will be printed. If I enable var, all these three. Okay, this will follow hierarchy. If I enable only pattern log statement will be printed in the console. This is the console appender. Okay. So now see the output first. Driver loaded because this trace, I enable trace. The connection got statement unable to execute the query. This is error. This is error, unable to execute the query. Just check, go and check the error. Okay, correct that mistake. Run again. We got data. Okay. Now check here, try to understand. If you don't understand, ask me immediately, because only in the Log4j logging level is important and appenders are important. Okay, this is every day you have to write logic, appenders, log levels. Now debug, I enable debug. So now tell me which statement will be enabled from debug to pattern. That means what? This trace will not come now. The trace will not come now. Check this correct or not. The trace is not come because I enable from the debug.
Hi Chenchu, we are seeing in console only now. What is the use of seeing console?
Okay, that's correct. Console there is no use. This is also one facility provided by the Log4j. Next we'll go for FileAppender, very important one. Later we'll go for DB. Later we'll go for the email. Okay, but important one is file. I'll try to cover file first after the console. Okay. So next one is I'm going to enable the var, only var level. From var level will be enabled. If you give var. So I told to enable the var, that means automatically the higher also will be enabled. Error and pattern. This time this info debug will not come. Debug info will not come. There is no warn. Okay, there is no exception, right? If you see some exception, it should throw the error also. Error. Okay, if we enable the warn, after that warn, error, pattern, these three come. So in our code, pattern will be executed or error will be executed. That is why we got a console in a error. If we have exceptions like some other, it will be print the all those things. Next we'll go for the error. We'll go for the pattern. So enable error, only error and pattern last statement will be printed in the console. So without late, we'll go for the FileAppender. I know this is very important. Now FileAppender, what is that? Right now in ConsileAppender, the log statement will be printed in the console. After some time, if I close the ID, if I close the terminal, if I close the command prompt, what will happen? The log statement will be gone. We cannot check the what happened in the previously. Okay, we cannot check the what happened previously. Now, how to make permanent that logs? We have to store in some place, some permanent storage. File is a permanent storage, mail is permanent storage, database permanent storage. Okay, we'll go for the next level is FileAppender. So in FileAppender, maybe we can use FileAppender, rolling FileAppender, daily FileAppender. These details we can try. Okay, this is a file only, but in file also, how we can manage different types. Maybe we example this application. Example, this application is writing data to one file, that log data to one file. This is the file. Okay, that is writing. The file name is application.log. So everything we are storing into single file. This is running from last 5 years. Application is running from the last 5 years. Everything we are storing in single file. What will happen? I want to go and check last 3 years back what happened. How we can go there? In single file, how we can go there? We can check by using timestamp. We can go back, but very much complex operation. Okay, file size is big, going to big. First 1 year maybe this is 1 GB. First 1 year maybe 1 GB. Next year, second year, users are increasing. Fourth year 10 GB. Fifth year 1 TB. Then what you will do? How will search in the big files? How you will search in a big file? That is a problem. To avoid that, we can roll back. So once the one file reaches to 10 MB, this will be rolled back to another file. Okay, that means new file is created. Again 10 MB, new file created. Here file 1, again 10 MB completed, file 2, again 10 MB, file 3. Like that we can differentiate. So what we will do? We will go for the previous file. We take small file, so we can check. This is the one example FileAppender. One example FileAppender, rolling FileAppender. Rolling file means what? Automatically roll the files. Okay, automatically take a backup of the file once the file size is reached based on the file size. Okay, what is daily FileAppender? So every day I have to create one file, or every month I have to create one file. Every 10 minutes I want to create one file. Every 1 hour I want to create one file. Okay, example, every day one file is creating. So your manager asking last Friday what happened, just check, go and check in logs. Where you go directly? You will go directly, the file name ends with the date, ends with the last date, maybe 20th March. You directly go here, this file, and search your exception information or log information. This is more understandable. So FileAppender, rolling FileAppender, daily FileAppender. So FileAppender basically it will store the data in single file. Rolling FileAppender store the data based on the some size. Once the file size reaches whatever target we mentioned, say 1 GB or maybe 10 MB, 100 MB. Once that 100 MB reaches, then new file will be created. Daily FileAppender based on the some time, every day new file, every month new file, even every 1 minute new file. Within a minute there is no data, there is no log generated, still will create a new file with empty data. Okay, first we'll see one by one. FileAppender we'll see. Okay, now I'm going to write one more class. This is okay, so this 1 second. Before going to FileAppender, we'll go first application properties file configuration. Previously we tried Java configuration. So the Log4j information we are configuring in the class. Okay, this application is running fine. I deployed into production. Okay, in Java configuration, it is deployed in production, working fine. So manager told, don't use info level not required in production because there lot amount of data will be generated. Just use the error level. What you will do, you will go and change the code to error. Go and change the code, login level dot error. Okay, again recompile, redeployment. All this is required. So in production, if you want to do deployment, even for single space, that need lot of approvals. To avoid this kind of things, we can make this configuration outside in one properties file or XML file. XML file we can go, or properties file we can go. Properties is a major use in companies, so we'll go for the properties file. To take this out, okay, the configuration, we have to create one file. That is Log4j. Okay, this is not class name, file. How to create file? Okay, this one. I'm creating directly outside inside project only directly. Log4j dot properties. Okay, it is created. Here we have to mention same this information. This is Java configuration. Same information we have to tell through properties file. Okay, how to tell in properties file? What the properties file means? Key and value, but not Java code. How to mention? There is some keys which is provided by Log4j. That predefined keys we have to use. Corresponding value we have to mention. Example, appender. We want to use ConsileAppender. We have to tell with the appender and value of the console. This key is not correct. We have to search for the corresponding key. Okay, already we can check in Google directly. Okay, go on Google, check here. ConsileAppender. Example Log4j. Example. ConsileAppender example. Okay, this is XML configuration. I'll go with the properties file. Properties. Now to like by heart this keys, you can go with that Google, we can check. So see this Log4j root category. This is a fixed key. With that key, we can tell what level we have to enable. Info level or something else like that. So we have some keys already taken outside installation time. Log4j properties. Okay, this is a simple example. This I am taking to our project Log4j example. Just copy here, paste, replace one, replace the data. Okay. Now see this here, what configuration we did. Just compare the Java configuration with the properties file. In Java configuration, we told layout. So here also we told layout, HTML layout. Instead of simple layout, HTML. You can take simple also. Okay, but I'll cover one more example of the HTML layout. Okay, instead of storing in console, you can also store in a HTML file. Okay, and appender, file appender. I don't want to use console. I want to go for the file. File type is HTML. And what is the level we have to enable? Here we enable error level, but I want to go for the debug. Or we can use want to change error here. Okay, on which file? Where needs to be file stored? That is a D location. D HTML log.html. This is a file name I given. In this file, all the application related data has to be stored. Okay, I'm changing to info better or trace, so it will come all the logs files. Okay, it is clear, right? So first thing is layout. Here you have taken the simple layout. Instead of that, I taken here HTML layout. Okay, simple layout means print in console, no format, nothing format, no table kind of. For HTML layout, it will go for the some HTML page with the table format. HTML table already you know. Okay, ConsileAppender. Here I taken a FileAppender. Okay, I want to store the log data in one file. What is the file location? This one. What is the log level? Trace. By default is append mode is false. Append mode will see later. Run the application. Now go to which location? D HTML. It is there or not first? D. There is no file here. D. Now run the application first. Okay. Remove this Java configuration. We have to tell to Java our log application. This is the Java configuration. We told to Log4j, please print my log data here with the Java configuration. But in a properties file configuration, how to tell? There is separate approach. Separate. We have to write one more line. We have to write one more line. An extra line. This is the one. Okay. In static block, just write only this line. What is the log properties file name? Log4j properties. So my configuration is there in properties file. My Log4j configuration is in properties file. What configuration that is maintained? Logging level, appender, layout, format. On where is the file location? Now run this. What it will do first? It will go and check in properties file. Log4j go and check properties file. What is the configuration? Which level needs to be enabled? What is the appender? What is the layout format? Where is the file? Which file you have to write? All this will take and this log data will be stored in corresponding file. Okay. Now check. Run the application. It is completed. Right now there is nothing here in console because ConsileAppender I not enabled. I enable the FileAppender. Okay, that is why it is not printed in a console. Now go to D drive. Check HTML log file is created just now. Open this. See your log data here. Trace and error. Why only 2 came? Because we got some exception. You can see here, unable to execute the query. Unable to execute the query. Now change the query or password. Now run again. Previously we have 2 lines, 0 and 765. Now check, it will override or it will be append. That is important one. This is system.append. Sorry, here we have to write log.info. This is log.info. Okay. Now run again. Better. This is FileAppender, so don't print anything here. Go to the file. Open, reopen, and see this appended. This appended. See first run. This is first run. This is second run. This is third run. Okay. How log data coming? There is one format, table format, table header, which time we started, 0 milliseconds, 765 milliseconds. Thread. What is the thread running? Main thread. Level. What is the level? The corresponding driver loader is what level? Trace level. Corresponding query executor what level? Info level. And what is the class name? Complete class name with the package name also. Okay, all these things will came in proper some table. That way it is enabled. That way it is implemented. That HTML layout. Okay, HTML layout. So first thing is it is appended. It appended to existing data. It is not overwritten. That is the first thing. Second thing is data is came with some format, some extra information. Fine. How to next question is how to disable the append mode. I want to create every time new file. Dot append false. True. So let me check true what it will print. Appender sorry. Appender equal to false. Now it is false. Now run again. This time definitely that should be overridden data. Existing file you have to be overridden. Completed. Go and check reload. Is overridden. The previous data gone. Only you got a latest data. Okay. That is about append mode. Append to existing file. Appender different. Append is different. Appender means appender way to append file or console. Append means append to existing file or create new file. From last one to this one. Okay. Next we'll go for the This is file appender. In the file also we have some more. What are those? Rolling file appender. What is rolling file appender? Rolling file appender will be roll the file based on some size. So I'll try to create a simple layout here. Maybe simple layout. I'll take last name from here. Where is that? Example. Input data. Okay. 1 second. File example. Simple layout. Simple layout. Now I'm taking simple layout. On the file type, I'm taking a log file, txt file also file. Okay. Now should be HTML log txt file or app log txt file. Now I change the simple layout type, not HTML. So this should not be give a HTML page. Should give only file type. Okay. Simple text file. Now run again and see that will convert into class not found simple layout. Spelling mistake maybe. I think so. Let me check again. This is simple layout. Spelling mistake definitely. Okay, it is completed. Now go to Drive and check app log. Open this and see the format. HTML layout different. Our simple layout different. Simple layout, how it will become only the log level and corresponding log message. Log level and corresponding log message. This is simple layout writing into file. So what will happen? I will do some changes here. I'll write simple for loop. A while loop, continuous while loop. True. I want to make loop, continuous loop here. Try block, insert try block. I'll go outside. I'll go right method. So while loop started before end, while loop end. Okay. I'm going continuous loops. That means what? Keep go to database, keep get data, keep print. Okay. Keep go database, keep get data, and keep printer. Okay. This is example, our example. I want to make continuous loop, continuously go database, get data, print, again go database, get data, print. Why? Because I want to check corresponding file, how much size it will go. It will keep increment the size, or it will create new file automatically. Because right now we are using a file appender. File appender basically it will keep append to existing file only. It will not roll back to new file. Okay, run this and check. It's still running. Go on database. So go and check the file. This is the app log file. 526. You don't know. Let's try to open once. What is it there? Some data is there. CT appending. It is appending. Some data is there apparently. Right now it is size is 0 now. Okay. It is 1.5 MB. It is 1.5 MB. And wait some time and check this basically increase the size or creating new file, how it is. Three MB. Okay, 3 MB. So what it will do? What it will do in the file appender, there is no limit. Continuously append only one file only. It will not roll back to file based on the size or based on the timestamp, based on the day, based on the year, month. It will not do any create new file. Okay. To make that, Okay, to make maybe today's log data goes to one file, tomorrow data go one file, next day go for the one file, or else like another case is this hour go to one file, next hour go to another file. Another maybe this minute go one file, next minute go another file. Based on that timestamp, we want to go for that, divide the logs into different files. We can go with this concept called daily FileAppender. Daily FileAppender, correct. So before that, rolling FileAppender. Rolling FileAppender will create new file once the existing file reaches the target size. Example, rolling FileAppender are given 10 MB is a target size. Once the log data reach 10 MB, it will create new file. It will create new file. That we'll try now. Right now, see what is the size for the file. This 12 MB. There is no file is not rolled back into another file. Okay, how we can do that? How we can do that? That we'll see now. Okay. I'm creating one more properties file to make FileAppender. I'm creating one more properties file here. That name Log4j FileAppender dot properties. Okay, here I'll write same FileAppender with rolling FileAppender. Rolling means based on some size. How to make? I have already code simple changes. This is daily. This is rolling FileAppender. So in this rolling FileAppender, see what I'm doing here. Okay, this log4j dot root logger, this common, which level we are going to enable the corresponding reference. With the reference, we can configure another one. Okay. Okay. So what I'm doing here, the rolling FileAppender, PatternLayout. Where is my file? This is one, right? Okay. In the rolling FileAppender. Okay, in the rolling FileAppender, this PatternLayout, C, why it is C? R dot. Okay, when I'll show to you. This is the simple configuration, properties file configuration. What I'm doing here, first, root logger, which level need to be enabled, corresponding references. With the reference, we'll configure for this logger, this is the role appender. For this logger, this is the pattern. So first thing is, what is the rolling appender? Previously it is a file appender. This is right now rolling FileAppender. Rolling FileAppender, we have to tell where is the file and what is the file size. Once the maximum file size reached, maximum file size, what is the maximum file size? 20 KB reached, then create a new file. Again 20 KB reached, then create new file like that. And like that, how many backups we need to do? So maybe 20 KB, 20 KB, 20 KB, it will create 100 files. I don't want 100 files. Once the 3 files come, previous we can delete. If I show diagram here, maybe example, this first 20 KB reached, one file created, file name is 1. Okay, again 20 KB reached, file name is 2. Again 20 KB reached, file name is 3. Okay, again 20 KB reached, file name is 4. Okay, again file name reached, file name is 4. So my case is I don't want to maintain too many files. Okay, recent 3 files enough for me. Recent 3 files or recent 4 files enough for me. Recent 4 files enough for me. What will happen? Once the 4 files is completed, previous files will be deleted. Like this will happen. So in this case, what will happen? Again, new file created. That means what? This file will be deleted. Okay, this file will be deleted. Again, new file came, 20 KB completed, new file came. In this case, the previous one also will be deleted. So in a point of time, maximum we can see only 4 files. Like this, want to maintain, we can use this property, max backup index. Okay, append about true, this already you know, pattern layout. This pattern layout you did not observe till now. You see only simple layout and HTML layout. What is pattern layout? Pattern layout already told. In this example, app.log, only simple message with the log level and log message is coming. I want to get timestamp and what timestamp it is generated. What is the method name? What is the class name? Okay, which class it is generated. Those things we can get by using pattern layout. Pattern layout. In HTML layout also you see this kind of some extra information. HTML provided by default this many information: time, thread, level, category. Okay. If you see here, I want to specify my own format. This pattern I want to provide one format. First one is I want to get the date and time first. I want to get the date and time. I want to get the some thread name, line number also. L means P and C. Okay, what is P and C? We'll see. Okay, if you want to know more on the pattern, you can see here. I got simple example here. What is P means? Used to output the priority on logging event. Okay, maybe that your logging level it will print, I think. And what is the next one? C. What is the C? C means used to output the category of the logging event. Example category name is ABC. Okay, I think this is the category already you know. 1 second, these are struck. Okay, this is the category. I think this category class name will print. C means class name. Like that, I want to get multiple information. We can get. If you want to add extra also, you can add by seeing this. Go to each one. What is T means, X means, R means output file, output of the number of milliseconds elapsed. Number of milliseconds elapsed. You can see here, this is the time. Okay. M means what? Output the application supplier messaging. Okay. D means what? Used to output the date of the logging event. Date of the logging event. This is the date format you can use. D already we use in the our code. This is the first one, D. Like that, I want to add some extra information before log. Before log, after log also we can use. Not only fixed location. Now run this and check. I am using the file name what? App3 log. App3 is present or not in the D drive? No, not present. Every 20 KB, it has to generate new file. Now create. Already while it be there. Now run and see what is the properties file name. It is changed, right? Properties file name. It is not Log4j. Right now it is Log4j FileAppender. Just copy this file name and add here. Now run this. It will go Log4j go to this file and get the configuration. Based on this configuration, the log data will be stored. Okay, run this. And check here, the file is created. See, it very fastly creating 20 KB. Once the 20 KB reached, automatically new file will be generating. So why I see only 3? This is the current file and backup files is 3. Why? Because I put here configuration like that. I need at a point of time, I need only last 3 backup files. I don't want all the rings. If I specify here 10, start application. Okay, deleted. Now if I start again. At this point of time, I am telling I need only 10 files. Go and check app3 1 2 3 4 5. After 20 KB reached, new file created until only 10 files. Once the 10 file is completed, it will be app 3 will be rolled back to log4j 1. Again, last will be deleted automatically. Last one will be deleted automatically. If I have doubt, check in timestamp here. You can understand easily when it is created. $12.46. Sorry, 17.46. It will create new file. The timestamp is not changing. One time we open 17.46. Okay, it is changing, but how can I show it will change? Absolute log 1, log 2, log 3. See, it will create automatically. If you delete automatically, it will create new file. But timestamp I see, okay, 47. See, changes 47 because every second it will create new file. Okay, it will create new file once the 20 KB reached. Okay. Now I'm going to increase the size. In the case of 20 KB, I'll give 100 KB. Once the 100 KB reach, then only new file has to be generated. Stop that code. Again, delete the files. At a point of time, only 5 files is fine for me. Backup files. No need 10. Now run again. Every 100 KB, create a new file to only maintain the last 5 files. Check apps created. Once it reaches 100 KB, see 100 KB reaches, then new file created. 100 KB reaches, new file created. 4, one more 5. Now what will happen once this app 3 reaches 100 KB? This app 3 reaches 100 KB, automatically file will be old file will be deleted. See, this file deleted automatically. App file time is changing automatically because only the point here is to understand every 100 KB new file will be created. Okay. Once the 5 files reached, it will not create another file. It will delete the old file and add the new file. Okay, that is the functionality here. That is the functionality. Rolling file appender. Rolling file appender. We'll go for another one. What is the next concept is? You can see is daily file appender or daily file appender. So I want to create new file per day, no matter about the size. File may be 100 GB, 10 GB, no matter, 10 KB. I want to create new file per day, maybe per hour, per minute. That we can see. So here I'll create for the one file daily appender type for every minute because I cannot wait for the every 10 minutes or 1 hour. I cannot wait. Create new file. This is daily file appender. Okay, in the daily file appender, this configuration we have to change. So I have already the config file, daily rolling file appender. This we can take. Okay, this is for daily file appender with pattern layout. Pattern layout tells what is the pattern message I will print. Okay, appender tells where to save data. Save file appender for daily purpose. Daily means what we have to tell pattern, date pattern. Every day or every minute or every month that we can tell. This will tell every minute. This is for create every minute. Yes. This is the pattern we have to give. Date pattern. This date pattern decide when has to be create new file. Okay. If you give this new file create data every minute. How we can check this date pattern? Just go Google, check date pattern Log4j. Examples. date pattern. Daily rolling appender. You can see it like this. Daily rolling appender. See, this is one type. Okay, this is for the rolling appender time-based policy based on the sometime and our file every hour. This is for every hour. Like that, we can get some patterns here from Google. We can add in our application so that our application will be generated according to our requirement. This will tell when has to be created new file. Okay, that means every minute. Just run this application and see. We have to pass this input to the application. Daily loading appender. Control. I'm giving okay file IMP data. This is the one. Okay, file name is what is the file name? I'm giving daily roll or minute roll. Minute roll, okay. Check now the what file to generated. You can understand easily. Delete all ones. Go and check here. Minute roll is creating. Just wait for 2-3 minutes and check for every minute it is creating new file or not. Okay, that's what tells daily roll appender. Okay, daily roll appender will create new file as per our pattern. Maybe daily one file or monthly one file, yearly one file. Okay, every hour one file like that. Just you have to provide the pattern in the code for this key. Okay, type is daily roll appender and this is the when has to create new file and what is the pattern in the log pattern. Okay, log with the log what have to print with the log message, maybe print the timestamp, thread name, class name, all those things. It is running and go and check. It is created. This is for 2023 March 25 today 17:53. For this minute, this is the file. Here you can check the logs. For 54 minutes, you create new file. It is running, still running. Once the 54 completed, it will give a new file with that particular minute. Okay, like that, the Log4j will work. So in real time, we will not create for the every minute or every 1 hour. Maybe we'll go for the every 1 day or every 1 month. Mostly we'll go for every 1 day, daily one file. Or else we'll go for the space and size, every maybe 10 MB one new file, 20 MB new file, like that. Depends on company requirements, they will follow the appender mode. Okay, 53 completed, 54 completed, now 55 running. This file will be named to the 55 later, once the 55 minutes completed. Okay, once this is clear, this appender mode. Okay, the JDBC appender not much important, SMTP appender not much important. So no one will write the log data into database or mail. Okay, that is not important, not required also. This is very costly operation because every message you go for new mail, that is not much useful. Or new database interaction not much useful. Performance is not good. Okay. So this is material I prepared, and also one more example. Okay, why we need to go for only one type of appenders? Can we go two appenders? I want to print console. I want to print in also file. I want to print console. for testing purpose. I want to print file for production. Both I need. Can I work with like that? Yes, we can work like that. How we can? Just we have to change the configuration. Just create new file. Log4j, multiple appenders. Name, your choice. Don't give exactly whatever given. File name, multiple appenders. So in the multiple appenders, I'm taking this example. Here what I am doing, I am printing the ConsileAppender and FileAppender. ConsileAppender and FileAppender. ConsileAppender, nothing required. Simply we have to provide the console type and simple layout. For FileAppender, we have to provide the file name also, file location also. Okay. In ConsileAppender, print as it is. In file, print a HTML layout. That's what I differentiated. And now check it will work or not. Okay. How we can differentiate here? Just understand this part. I have enabled debug log type level. Okay, debug log level. Tomorrow, if you want to change the error, just change this one simply. No need to again redeploy the code. Maybe recompile required, not required. I'm taking two differences. One is for console, one is for the file. With the ConsileAppender, C is a console. ConsileAppender, what is the type? ConsileAppender. C means ConsileAppender. C, for C, what is the layout? Simple layout. For F, what is the appender? FileAppender. For F, where is the file? For F, where is the layout? For F, append is disable or not? Appender. Okay, appender. Now run this application. Take the file name. And see previous one, how many files created. See, every 1 minute it created a new file. Every 1 minute create a new file. You can take every 1 hour. You can take every 1 day. That is your configuration. You see the file name and just add this file name here so that Log4j will pick up this file and that configuration. Save. I'm giving the file name as a app1 instead of app1 multiple appender file. One I want to print in console, another one I want to print in file. Both I have to work same time. Now run this, go and run and see the output. In console, the printing data because I enable console also, and also I enable the file. So the file type is HTML layout. Layout important here. That log data has to go as HTML type. That is why I given HTML. See, open this and see. This log data is appending here. It's a big file, that is why not still loading. Oh, size is 10 MB. Okay, if you start application. Open. Loading, still loading because size is more. So what you do today, just practice this for Log4j Java configuration, Log4j properties file, Log4j file appender, multiple file appender, daily rolling appender. Okay. If you have more interest to learn about Log4j, just try with that JDBC appender, SNDP appender. If it is worse, just tell me. Okay, just send that code to me. I will verify that. Okay, it's not much important. If you want to try with JDBC appender, SNDP appender, you can try with that. Just search in Google how to work with SNDP appender, JDBC appender. Yes, I will show a simple example. JDBC appender Log4j example. Just go here, take on any link. Here what they did configuration. See, they are enabling this many things. Okay, Log4j connection factory. Okay, this is somewhat complex. They have introduced. Okay, let's try this. Maybe I will check. If it did not work, I will check. Okay, this practice today class I'll upload.